read and write and comprehension. You understand? And I feel like school gives you that. Nhlanhla, I find it a red flag if Moto has been unemployed for years, but if Moto is very educated, I find it a huge red flag.
Why? What's up, everybody? My name is Palisa Pacha, better known as Miss Mona Lisa herself. Welcome to the More Muse podcast. Namhlanje, my guest is
Zulu Nhlanhla.
Nhlanhla. Welcome,
yeah.
Nhlanhla Zulu.
No, it's a pleasure.
To
It's a
Dikete
pleasure.
lifestyle. Do make sure to check out the place yet once again. And anyway, how are you?
I'm okay, and how are you?
Evening, right. You don't stay here. So how was your journey coming to
Man.
our Far East?
No, it was okay.
Ungalahleki?
No, not at all. Mamelodi East. Yeah. It
I
was
like.
easy. No, it was so easy.
All right. Please just introduce yourself. Tell us all about yourself. What you do. What are you all about?
So my name is Zulu Nhlanhla. I like to start with my surname.
Mangele, why?
Yeah, because it has that conviction.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I'm Zulu Nhlanhla, born and bred in Sosha.
Okay.
I'm 24 years old. Yeah, living with 5 people at home, 3 siblings, and
Are
then
you the eldest?
yeah, I'm the first one.
Okay.
So yeah, you can see the responsibility.
Yeah.
So yeah, and both with my mom and dad. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So what do you do? What's your line of work?
My line of work. Where should I start? Okay,
I
currently.
noticed when I was asking you, Hori, mention your line of work. Then you come back and you ask me the question, or is this enough for my line of work? Line of work. Tell us your line of work now.
Okay, currently now I'm running a clothing brand
Okay.
called Authentic Black Child.
Okay.
I'm also a tutor. I'm also a coordinator at
What
veterans
tutor?
for history,
Yes.
geography, and business.
Yes.
I'm a coordinator at Veterans Voice Radio. I'm a musician as well. I'm a social manager.
Kana ubetha diteng kanang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specialize in dramist. I'm a dramist.
Yeah.
Did I mention that I'm a social manager?
You are still going there?
Social media strategist.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the right
So-
way to say it.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of everything, first point is the social media strategist part.
Yeah.
I want to know, why is a sudden interest? How did that come about? And how do you maintain the consistency? Because I have a poster. And it's like wakal, like, you know, okay, I want to, if I post this time, I know my audience is going to say, pa! You know, and every post is
Yeah.
so calculated. But also, I think you step out of who you are, maybe one,
Yeah.
and you need to be this
Yeah.
all-round person on social media.
Yeah. I actually stumbled upon being a social media strategist while I was doing marketing management.
That's what you're
for-
currently studying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it came nje with running a clothing brand,
Yeah.
and without any knowledge back then, being informed about how to manage the social media space,
Yeah.
the digital world,
Yeah.
and I just found myself knowing how to. You understand? But wasn't informed, didn't know any
yeah.
technicalities around being a social media strategist.
Yeah.
So yeah, I stumbled upon it, and then I found a deep interest in the marketing space. Hence, I pursued studying marketing management. And then, how do I stay consistent? What I love about marketing, basically marketing, it's human psychology. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just found it interesting to
And I
understand.
like, yeah. Post after post. Could I pause and I'm like, why are you fighting so early?
Yeah, but like you have to understand this uh, social media space, like
Yeah.
because now they have its own algorithms, like
True.
so now when you have to play around their own
Oh,
parameters.
yeah.
Like you cannot just come and just decide to do what you want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So to win in the social media space, you have to be consistent. Like, the algorithm can pick you
Yeah.
up. Like, you cannot just log in and then what's and then kausane and then expect to to blow up.
Yeah.
So that's one of the technicalities that you have to understand about being in the social media platform. You have to be consistent in your posting. You understand? And then you have to understand your audience,
As well.
the community, but to basically. So now my target market, it's youth. So I need to understand what appeals and placates them.
Yeah.
The emotions, what triggers them. What I have to be relevant. So yeah, I look it from that perspective. And the marketing, it's so broad, ne? You have to have that eagle's view. I cannot just say not because my interest is in fashion. Therefore, I focus only on fashion.
Yeah.
No, I need to be able to understand that one I run music. That one I run podcast. That one I run fashion. So that I can understand how to communicate my message. And then be relevant to each and
Everyone, yeah.
So it's very difficult. In
Because you need to grasp as well to how that platform works.
yeah, and then those platforms, they change constantly.
Yeah.
Because they have to win, and then how they win, they have to make you to be active always. So the algorithm is always changing. Why, bro?
I think I'm also trying to understand how this has played around you as an individual now, right? So maybe you're not a person that's so verbal. And manje, social media is just ticking you everywhere to say, okay, you need to post. Like, uvuge uposte, you know? At a
Yeah.
certain time, knowing that at a certain audience that you're targeting, of course, got 6.
Yeah.
And a different audience that you're targeting got 12. Right?
Yeah.
How have you managed to tackle that from your own personal life and actually fit it in?
Yeah, actually, I'm quite a reserved person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that.
So I don't like talking a lot.
True.
Especially my thoughts.
Yeah.
So, but then I'm curious.
And unale voice ko Facebook, unale speaker, kuri, you are there, pagats. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a curious person.
Uh-huh.
And I like to be informed. And then I just gambled for it. If maybe my thoughts can be heard. Maybe someone out there.
Yeah.
Nhlanhla, you understand? I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you understand?"
She's tired. Don't mind her.
So, in terms of maybe what to post, it's
Yeah.
basically my raw thoughts.
So you don't sit down and strategize.
Unless maybe I'm working for a particular business or
Okay,
the line.
okay.
Yeah, that one is professional.
Yeah.
I sit down and think, okay, because social media, being a strategist, it's all about experimenting. So there's no one way of itlabereka. So you're just experimenting, or if maybe I do this, probably the end result will be like this. You understand?
Yeah.
So coming to your question of time frame, I know in the morning people need motivation. Yeah, people, and then in the evening people need assurance. People are down. The mind is tired.
Yeah.
So you cannot post like morning content, evening gaga in the evening.
So
Atlalan.
as fun.
No. You have to understand where the mind is at that time.
Hey.
The mind is tired. You understand? Yeah, people are just tired in jail. People are angry. So when you post, you just post things that reassure them.
Yeah.
So that's how I tackle things. And then in the morning, I know what I'm just gonna post something that will encourage you. Go for dopamine. Dopamine post.
Yeah.
So then I know, okay, you're gonna be receptive. And then during the day, the mind doesn't work during the day. I know that study, the mind shrinks during the day.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
The mind shrinks during the day.
Hectic.
That's why, Hanchi, like our classes, even they are not supposed, school classes, they're not supposed to start maybe at 8. They're just supposed to start maybe around 11 and then end up at 1 o'clock.
Hectic.
So during the day, I don't post because I know your mind is everywhere.
So you only post between like exeni and late.
Yeah, Marayo, I'm revealing.
I'm you
This-
consistent.
No, these things are my secrets, but
Where's God? I got you encouraging, as you're saying, people that possibly want to be in the same line of work.
yeah. And then and then you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
So
Mara wena awulali dog, hey. Mengivuka ngihlangana negama lakho nje. First thing on Facebook, that's what you see.
exactly. And then now the algorithm has picked that up, okay?
Yeah.
So now every time I post, the first thing you see on your timeline, it's my name. You understand? So now all I have to do now is just to post something so fascinating that you cannot just scroll down.
Like a
without
person
paying
actually
attention.
pauses
Yeah.
and interacts.
Wabo?
Hectic.
So but it comes with passion, man. It comes with passion.
I'm also trying to highlight how out of everything, because even comments, like, you're there, you know? And if it was just a person that was probably just doing it maybe because of an interest or just a regular post, like you won't go comment by comment and respond to like 50 comments
Yeah.
on a single post, right?
Yeah.
And also it's the dedication in the level of consistency as well, to say, okay, this time guys will think a poster, this
Yeah.
time a poster, okay, now I'm resting, but now what am I gonna post about? Like, you post about the most, as you know, I won't even think of, okay, like the other day I think your post said, are your parents married?
Yeah.
Something like that. Are both your parents?
Do they still wear
they
the-
still
yeah.
wear their rings? And I was like, okay. And then I commented. I was like, yes, of course. In this case, I'm thinking of my grandparents. They do.
Yeah.
Like, they do all the time, and it's something that I
Yeah.
see. You know. So you actually created a moment where a person gets to pause and actually
Yeah.
think, and then give an answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. I think
Yeah.
more than anything, I feel like it also works along with what you're studying.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah. I think just to add on what you're saying, it has to do more with who I am. Understand? Because as I've mentioned, I'm curious, so I want to learn. So that platform has given me another perspective. Or okay, because now I don't talk, I don't do meetups. I'm always at home reading my books.
Yeah.
So if I want to understand another person's view, that's where I go and conversate. So you will always find me in the comments. Not because I'm bored. No.
Yeah.
I also use that as at my advantage
Yeah.
to like make you feel special in a way. Because I do care about what you think and what's really going on. Like that post, they are, do your parents still wear ring? I'm not posting it just for the numbers. I do want to understand where's the youth's mind in terms of marriage. Indirectly so. Because it's a follow-up.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Hectic.
So when you tell me, yeah, they still do, and then I'm asking her, when do you still believe in marriage?
Yeah. No, dog. You think for real.
So
I
that's
think
how it is.
more than anything right now, what I would like to know is how can anybody be a social media strategist, like how to be one, like what do I need to do, how do I fall into that department as well?
How does one? Ash. It's not something maybe you can.
Algorithm, how to be a social media strategist.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not something you can do willy nilly, and just wake up and decide you want to be a social media strategist. You have to possess some of your natural dispositions,
Okay.
Nhlanhla, such as maybe being curious. You understand? Because now you'll have to seek information. So if you don't possess those personality traits, there's no way you can be able to navigate through
True.
the marketing or the social media world, because you're constantly learning. You need to be informed about things. So when you're lazy to think. There's no way you can.
You can't fit there,
Yeah, so I'm talking from a natural disposition view, and then now coming to the legal stuff now, maybe going to school. You can't do that.
So there's like a course for
There's
that.
a course for that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a course for that. Now I went to Richfield. So there's a course for marketing management.
Yeah.
And there's a course for, within the marketing management, there's a course for social media manager. Understand? So you can't do that because they are realizing what we are going into a space of digital.
So,
Everything is going to be digital. You
Yeah, and how
understand?
long does this take?
The course. There's a diploma, which is 3 years. There's a degree.
Oh, 3 years. What
Yeah.
are you learning in 3 years that can't fit just like in one?
1 year, okay, 1 year theory, 1 year practical, 1 year and a half theory,
Hectic.
and 1 year and a half practical. And then also there's a degree for it, and then there are short courses. Yeah, for these softwares, okay? Because you have to know a lot of computer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Social media strategist,
yeah,
marketing management.
yeah.
How do they work hand in hand, since it's what you're studying currently?
Yeah. So basically, like now, marketing encompasses everything.
Okay.
So within marketing, there's branding, there's advertising,
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
But then the marketing is the mother of everything.
Okay.
Atlahang. The digital space, it's within the marketing. Yabo? So when you get into the marketing space, then when you learn different dynamics of marketing or no, there's a difference between branding and advertising.
Yeah.
You understand? That's where you'll get to understand or traditional marketing is different from digital marketing.
Yeah.
Atlahang.
So traditional is
Traditional has to do with your pamphlets,
okay.
like billboards,
Okay. And
Yeah,
then the
those-
other one.
and then digital advertising. It has
Okay.
to do with the social media space.
Okay, let me just repeat that. Traditional is your billboards, your signs, your
Yeah.
whatever, everything that we can
Tangible, yeah.
yeah. And then digital is everything done via social
Yeah,
media.
virtually, yeah.
Okay, I think it makes me understand better now with that. Everything that also you've mentioned
Yeah.
makes one see things from that angle, as to say, okay, cool, as a business maybe, and maybe you want to have a wider reach. These are streams that I could possibly take as well.
Yeah.
Now, marketing in radio, it plays a big part. And you are a radio coordinator.
Yeah.
What is that? What is a radio coordinator? What do you do?
Okay, so within now my my jurisdiction of being a coordinator, I make sure that okay, now the guest on time. You understand everything, the questions, everything. We are live. You understand? So I basically make sure that the systems are in place and they are up and running. Atlahang. So, and then because when the interview takes place, everything is set.
So meaning when the host comes, when a soul
Yeah. Kabelo when come.
Kabelo, yes.
Yeah, Kabelo nje afitla, he just gets on, and then the guest lena afitla, we are parky. You understand?
Yeah.
So everything is said. That's basically what I do. Then during the interview, I make sure okay, we're still live. People are just tuning in. Is the website still working? Yeah, that's what I do.
So how does what you're studying also work in your in your department in terms of radio?
You mean?
The marketing.
Or the marketing? Yeah.
And social strategist. How does that work hand in hand with radio?
Okay, so now, when we done with the interview, okay, before we land there, I sit down and think, okay, if I call this guest,
Yes.
and then maybe we're looking to promote certain things, maybe give Freedom Day.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I give anyone who doesn't know anything about freedom. Yeah, maybe I'll call a veteran to talk about freedom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I look at those things first and foremost. Okay, now I have my interview, I have my material content.
Yeah.
The video, it said everything. So now I know, okay, Freedom Day is coming. This is what I'm going to post on Freedom Day in celebration, in commemorating Freedom Day. So you need to be relevant, basically.
Your department has a lot to do with planning.
Planning.
Yeah.
So that maybe the little don't seem disorganized. Because you need to remember, you need to come like the word relevant. You need to be relevant. You don't just do things. You look at the trajectory that you are in. You look at South Africa where it's in. You look at where people are in. All those things you take into consideration. You don't just, okay, we are running a radio show. We're just gonna call, and then that's why I don't like planning ahead. Because things change.
True.
Then I need to be able to be flexible. Then I improvise within that flexibility. So that everything just can hopefully work for the best.
So, radio coordinator, and as you stated, things that a radio coordinator does.
Yeah.
In production, it's the same thing as a producer.
Okay.
I'm asking, is it the same thing?
I don't know. Maybe in this context of being a producer, you do something else. You understand?
So it's the same thing. As he's saying that a coordinator checks, make sure a system is running, make sure everything is in order. Oh yeah. So this can also play your traditional and digital.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying this, make understand me.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying this is, so now, if I'm thinking a production now,
yeah,
we're shooting, blah blah blah. Producer is the most important there. Hence, they're the most paid. You understand?
Okay.
We're the most paid in this case. You know?
Yeah.
And producer has to make sure that everybody's on time. So, me now, before Mfigala,
yeah,
he has to make sure that he plays the role of making sure everything is organized.
Okay.
People are on time.
Yeah.
Setup is prepared. Food is ready.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
So even on radio, as you're saying that you check everything.
Yeah.
You make sure everything is in line.
Yeah.
So we can say that they are pretty much the same thing, just of course context-wise.
Yeah.
Coordinator,
Yeah.
producer.
Yeah.
All right. I think I fully understand this. Are we understanding producer?
They're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
They're intertwined.
Yeah. True. I want us to come back to you being a tutor. I want to see this. Like, I'm looking for it. I can't see it. I can see it maybe because of your character. And never.
Yeah.
But I want to see it. Like how, when, what happened. Were you, because I know you read a lot. Are you a bookworm like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like these things,
Okay.
like I've been reading books. When the story of me getting into reading books, it's painful. It's painful.
Why?
It's painful.
How?
It's painful. I got grade 4, I couldn't write the word few.
Hectic.
So this is what happened, So the teaching class, what I don't know, it's synonyms, if there are many and then there are few, so now I answered, or no, say it's few, or no, okay, grade 4 da kwe. I don't know, come and write few the answer tell on
Yeah.
the board.
So you couldn't write the few. Hectic. That time you're small, you're shy. I can imagine the fright that
And
you
it's
had
grade
going
4.
to. Oh,
I don't like,
hectic.
and then like nah. When I looked at my classmates, grade 4, they could do many things. You understand? And I couldn't write. Pella few is just FEW. You understand? And then I was like, okay, I procrastinated. I get answer, come and write few. And I go, what's that? Show me, I get, bruh, I need to go to the toilet. Don't I just go write few? Okay, like,
Yeah.
so I am all few.
Yeah.
So, and then, Mara, that didn't push me, ne? Grade 6, I got a girlfriend. Ne? And then,
Why
ah, man,
Okay.
you understand?
Yeah.
It says that he love letter.
Yeah, yeah. Guys, don't laugh. Yeah.
Grade 6. So, this girlfriend of mine, Natsena go check his spina. So, I think maybe it's in,
Yeah.
I think it's in, I don't know, in town, Kazin or something. So you can understand, I get it. It's Model C.
Yes.
Wabo. You would know.
Yes, God. Okay.
So, and then now I'm just a typical boy I get from cars.
Yeah.
And then she asked me, how? What are your intentions? How? Intentions? The word intentions, grade 6. Ay.
Ay, she was caught. She was there.
I don't know. Zelekara Bagari. But intentions.
She
Ay.
was smart. If she knew intentions, at grade 6.
Imagine.
Hectic. Yeah.
Yeah, Mara, yeah. Yeah. So I just told myself from grade 6, and then I went to grade 7. And you know what? Never, never, ever, ever. Just started reading books, non-fictions though. I don't like novels. I don't like novels.
Yeah.
Non-fictions fail. Yeah. Every single day.
Yeah.
And then, like, come quick, yeah, I got trial.
Yeah.
Now, I don't struggle to read. Like, reading a book for me, it's so normal. It's a nom.
And it's something that you continuously want to do.
It's something like a line. I finish a book in G. Like a line, because I've been doing it for years. You understand? So, that's what it's like. Mara, exatoma. Mara, you know the drive. Like a line. And obvious now, my persuasion skills were tops. Like a line. Yeah, now I went higher leagues. Understand? And then obvious, I couldn't talk again now. Like, expressing myself is difficult. You understand? So Mara, here.
You're there. So I you've always been there.
I've always been for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Like initial. So yeah. So yeah, I got me initial.
I think I also want to understand, like, while on this note, how do you think, like, as a child, like, I mean, I hated school, ne? Like, hated school, but I loved just, of course, waking up, coming to school, and when I'm in class, like, I would focus, like, I would
Yeah.
be that child. Mara, tell me to go home and study. Yo, Jay,
Yeah.
won't happen, you know.
Yeah.
And now that you're a tutor, how do you think learners could possibly show more interest in school and studying? Of course, being that you actually sit down with people and say, okay, this is how we do things.
Yeah.
You interact with students.
Yeah, it's what I've realized is that not everyone, it's meant for the system.
Okay.
Schooling, you understand? Some people are mathematically inclined. Some are artistic. That's a line. So I could tell in class, good, this one likes fidgeting. Quote. I want to go to the toilet.
loo,
You understand? And then Kuri, she doesn't or he doesn't keep quiet in class. And then you get to understand or no, man. Maybe this one is artistic. Maybe if you give him or her a pen or something, like a line, they could do well. And then maybe those also maybe who are linguistically inclined, they like to answer in class. They like the sound of their voice. You understand? You give them a chance. That's a line. And then also, like, I look at those different dynamics and then understand, okay, because now we are boxed in this thing, all of us.
A
Everyone
system.
must go to school.
Yeah.
But you get to
System.
understand, no, not everyone was meant for this. But on the same note, school is very important.
Sure.
You understand? School is very important because along the way, you will need to be able to read and write.
True. Yeah, well.
You understand?
I'm thinking
Simple.
about it, man. Right? If you can't do that, then you're in trouble.
You understand? Basics of it.
Yeah.
Read and write and comprehension. You understand? And I feel like school gives you that. That's a line. I find it a red flag if Moto has been unemployed for years. Marav Moto is very educated. I find it a huge red flag.
Why?
Man, how I view school, school, it opens your mentality. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking from my own
Yes.
capacity.
Yes.
Because when you are in school and you are learning, your mind stretches. You understand? You begin to be critical,
True.
question things.
Yeah.
You understand? And then now on a lady degree and PhD, but you're looking for work, and you can see there's no work.
What must one do?
Like the mind now, it's open. Your views now are spread. You understand? You can question things when you can create something.
True. Okay.
And you find Moto has been unemployed and azanka zamasel.
Okay.
Atalan.
Yeah.
Ora ka phala ke rena. Moto PhD.
Yeah. aye.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
From his context, Atalan, he's also right. Because there's too much expectation. Atalan, you know, now because an entitlement also.
Yeah.
An entitlement
That's
that I
going to
have to
kill
get
us.
a job. Abo? So you are not open to this reality of maybe I need to start my own thing. Because when you are box story, and then probably they've been telling you lies or when I fit some hey, yeah, you understand. So
Yeah.
Yamara still, man, people need to be accountable. People, you understand?
Talking about system, right? Excuse me. There are schools that, from a young age, you can actually go to. Like, if you're an autistic child, you can go to the honor.
Yeah, they are.
You can go there, and if you love acting, you love music, it's something that you kulanayo, like you may actually matriculate in that department as well, right?
Yeah.
Why isn't this practiced enough? Unlike having to all put us through a system that is not meant for all of us, I don't believe that system was meant for me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I didn't like school, because I just
Yeah.
felt like my cop was being abused all the time, like on a serious note.
Yeah.
I hated school so much. And when I got to tertiary, I felt like I'm in my element.
Yeah.
Like, even my grades were like, J balance between
Yeah, yeah.
where I was and where I am at the moment is not the same.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't we putting this into practice to say, find out what interest your child possibly has and what they can possibly be very good in. Like, even sports. I don't think
Yeah.
parents invest in their children's life or whatever in terms of sports, right? Why aren't we executing this to say, check what your child has interest in, take them to that school, unlike having to force them into a system that will end up leaving them after matric or after whatever degrees.
Yeah.
And system, another thing, you'll do teaching, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And now you end up being at home and it's not what you want.
Ish. Nah.
Like, how do we work around that?
Yeah. Well, from a black community perspective, I feel that okay, the people that have put this system into place, they're benefiting, right? And then Tina, as victims of the system, bear in mind, our parents are not enlightened in terms of understanding that you can support your child in their passion and it can actually work.
Yeah.
But they still have that victim mentality hood. You understand? Go to school, go to work. You understand? And
Yeah.
they fully support that.
Yeah.
They can even pay you, give you money for university just to become a doctor, just to become a nurse or a police or whatever. But they can never give you to start a podcast. And you can never blame them because they come from a victim mentality, hood mentality. You understand? Lebona, they've been, what's that word? They've been imbibed into thinking, well, this is the possible way of living. And there are people who put in this system in place and benefit, and they continue to do so.
Yeah.
And then they've made sure those who benefit or those who are enlightened, it's only the elite. You understand? People who have money. Because in art school it's expensive.
True.
State theater, just to do the lots of simple basics, it's very, very expensive.
Like sort of why? And then you find a person being a dropout because they didn't like.
They didn't finish because of school fees.
Hectic.
They're expensive, and these things are supposed to be accessible to everyone.
On that note, how did you become a drummer?
A drama, ne.
Because now, the vision my cop, you're in your room. You know, what we see on TV, what white kids do, that's how they start. You know, maybe their parents invest and buy them a guitar or drums for the first time. But how did this start with you?
Information, a lot of them don't know it. I'm actually PK.
What is that?
A pastor's kid.
Hey, hi. To sang, oh, she's a pastor's kid.
Yeah, she's a pastor's kid.
Hey, Bishop, Papa. Okay, I'm listening.
Hey, man, we share a lot, né?
A lot.
So, yeah.
More than just the name. Okay.
And then, yeah, at a very young age.
Yeah.
I know I want to play those things.
Yeah.
Got home, anything I can find.
Yeah.
Give it. So I'm a self-taught actually. Until this particular day at church, I think a person at the drummist. Now, the pakile didn't think
Yeah.
the service is about to start.
Opportunity.
And I'm using that opportunity to, okay, I'm a PK fan. I can go there.
Yeah, because you
and they'll never say, oh, yeah, guy.
yeah.
Very I got there. To my surprise, I managed to play a few songs. And then validating with this Mali fee. You understand? And then, okay, my dad saw, how? This guy, why not you know, parents. And I've been showing signs.
They were not attentive. Yeah.
So, from there, then my dad decided, nah, man, let's go and say, the music school.
So you went to music school?
Yeah, I'm still in music school now.
Hectic.
So I went to music school, and then something unfortunate happened. I left my dad church. Yeah?
Okay.
But I still continued music school. So I do play keys, and then part time, and then that's a side hustle.
How's the experience of being at music school? I've always been so curious. Like, is it what we see on TV, where everybody's just mad? Everybody's just playing drums, doing whatever they're doing. Like, is it like how we see it on TV?
I went to a private one.
Okay.
Yeah, one-on-one.
Standard. Yeah.
One-on-one session.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amara, it's the same thing at school, but you learn in theory.
Yeah.
You can imagine or learn theory.
Yeah.
There's actually a way of how to play. You don't just play. We call them parables. Understand? But the drums measurements. You see the techniques they use. Batlalan, there's a certain style they use. Like yeah, we learn those kind of things. Here you just one tab, two tabs here. You understand? We are exercising of muscles. You learn that as well. Theory, the part thing theory. You learn occasional the scale. There's rolls, the feel. We call them feels, the chop. So you understand? So theory, you learn that. They have names. Beat each and every beat in a little bit to lie on. So and then you go to practically, and then obviously the things you've learned in theory. Or now they don't start you from but no play that 4/4. Because when you know 4/4 it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But then say play.
How are you doing so many things? Like, where's the space in your head for all of this, guys? Like, no ways.
Yeah.
You read. Here, upis, I'm a private school, now music school. Hey, like it's so lot, and sometimes we might say that there's a type, right? Like in the community. Guys.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. There was always a possibility of saying maybe your parents wouldn't have believed in you to such a point where they could actually take you to such schools, right? Like a lot of us wish that maybe I definitely wish I played pro football. It's just my mom was just like, no. At least when your parents were like, okay, let's give you a foundation.
Yeah.
You would build anything that would possibly be able to benefit you. Today you are this whole person, and I'm saying whole because you're a very calm person. Hence, you're not, as sometimes when I see a post on Facebook, I get so disturbed because I'm just like, what's going on? Because I know you in person, and you are this very calm person. And then Manje, we come back to Facebook and we see this, okay? Then I have to have a pause moment to say, oh, okay, sometimes we need to work.
Yeah.
This is a work.
Yeah, this is a work.
Yeah. But has anything in your life that has happened, your line of work, you going to music school, have your parents ever paused you to say, are you sure about what you're doing?
Of course, all the time maybe.
Being a pastor's kid, Dad. Being a pastor's kid. Who calls you now to your Mfundi's child? Yes.
Of course. They've been skeptical from Mara, hey, let me not say things, ne?
Yeah.
Because they'll be watching.
Okay.
Mara, truth be told, ne? Very I hit hard.
Yes.
So they've been skeptical. But they've been supportive. You understand?
Yeah.
Because they've made sure they play their role of being parents. Lena cannot say no, they haven't tried.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll be expecting perfection. You understand? So, obviously, they've questioned a lot of things that I do. They still do because I'm an independent person. And the things that I do sometimes, but life doesn't have a guarantee. But you understand what I'm saying. But they need that 9 to 5 provision fund thing. So now I've just chosen a road where a lot of independence is needed.
True.
So, and also I'm my own person, and I question them too. Or maybe you know what you've chosen. It's wrong.
So you were never forced to live the life of a pastor's kid?
I don't.
Because that's something else. When I'm as long as you're my friend, it can happen. But were you forced to say you need to attend? Like, do you know how hard is it? Last week, let's go to church. The pastor's child. Guys, I was so mad. Like, imagine I'm telling you, let's go. Did you have to dress up a certain way? Okay, let's go to church. Don't be late. The hectic life of being or having your father say, you're my child.
Yeah, the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a level.
That's why I didn't like when I have to go to church every Sunday. Because now, Lindsay, or when I come quarantine, church, Lindsay go pili.
Yeah.
And then comfortable so fast. You understand?
Yeah.
And then everyone is at the back.
Way.
And then
Yeah.
they were always in jail trying to please you with something. Buy you
Mm.
snakes. Yo, and the thing, another thing, thing, visitors. Yo. Like, I love people, ne? Mara. Always. And then they will even come on Christmas Day, New Year's. Like, there's no
Your
privacy.
fathers them fundis.
Right,
They
the
need
line.
prayers.
Some need food. So, like, I fail. I fail.
Yeah,
Mara, you understand what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
You're
there's
cramping
no-
your style. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, that thing, attention.
So you didn't like that, yeah.
But that's not the reason why I left. Mara. Now that I look back, Christian communities, that's what when I look, there's too much, I think, competition. And Mara, now I feel like it's inferior complex. Because why would a pastor, anyways, you understand?
I can understand.
So, yeah, man, they've been supportive. They took me to private schools.
See.
Yeah.
Yes. It's called Miss Ngesi all the time. I must be honest though, you know, on the note of saying we go to certain schools, I genuinely wish everybody had the privilege of going to Model C schools. Like, and simply because when you hear a certain child speak a certain way, like in terms of vocab and how they
Yeah.
behave, and then you look at a child that went to a Model C school, it hits
Yeah.
hard. Like,
Yeah.
why do you need to be the way you are and me being the way I am just because mbuya lang mbuya khona? Like, why singafani?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hence I'm saying if things were my way, everybody would go to Model C school and we wouldn't have to say we're blaming people for the certain lifestyle that
Yeah.
they live, but everybody had that privilege. It's either you take or you mess up. The
Yeah.
blame is on you.
Yeah,
You know, like nobody has to say, oh no, because of a background yami, I'm the way I am.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? I want us to touch on, well, my favorite, authentic black child.
Okay.
Being the founder, being Alice, how did that come about? And what actually motivated you to start a brand?
Yeah. It started in 2017
Okay.
when I was in grade 11.
Hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually we were three, ne? And this friend of mine came with just a drawing of a cartoon. Yeah, you know it, okay? Yeah,
I know.
that cartoon. And then drawing, it's just a sketch. Kalan.
For a moment, I really thought he drew you. Like, I was so convinced. But yes.
Yeah, you understand. So, and then only a drawing of a cartoon. We didn't have a name. Kalan. And then we were three, okay? So there's always debates around that.
True.
I don't like talking about it.
Yeah,
Because I don't remember who came with the name. But I know the actual drawing came with the guy who draws. okay?
Yes.
Mara the name. Mara, all I know is that I took it further. You understand? So
That's
now,
all that matters.
yeah. So now, hi Toma. Man, this is a brand, just any brand. Hey, you know the attention. Remember, I'm reserved. Wabo?
Yeah.
Now the attention is getting to me. Like, the girls, yo. And I get the brands this at all.
Yeah.
Wabo?
I can imagine.
Yeah, the attention she my like it. Hey, attention. 11. We became popular boys in school. So man, ultimately in social because we won at the clothing brand.
Really?
Yeah, best clothing brand.
Hectic.
You understand? So, Mara, it told me really much of that money and just our inferior complex. Remember, I'm doing history. The more Kitomo reading Black Consciousness, Martin Luther, you understand? But Steve Biko. And then I got intrigued about this blackness, you understand? This being able to identify yourself because that's where your stronghold comes. You understand? So, having now starting to be informed more from that space of the black consciousness space, you understand? I became to understand the concept of a black child, what it meant, and actually what the cartoon means. Because the cartoon in Ali, this line in Yanamu,
On the head.
yeah, on the head, you know that Mandela,
Yes.
you understand? So that represents something as well. And Agaira Kimshiman, it's a boy.
Yes.
Not to be gender what, but it's because I got the inspiration of a black child.
Yes.
You understand? And of what stood back then,
Yeah.
apartheid era. You understand? The black consciousness movement and everything. So today Mutum Pujisa was the black girl. I haven't gotten the inspiration. I don't have the story behind that. Right. Yeah, I haven't got it. I get idea.
Yeah, yet to
Right,
find.
yeah, I'm yet to find it.
True.
So moving along, it's grade 11. Grade 12, yeah, now I'm starting to understand now the whole concept of being a black person, being a black child. And then, yeah, then everything just started to now go according to the trajectory of a vision and mission.
Yeah.
Right. Not only maybe doing it for the money anymore. So, yeah, and then that's pretty much of it, how it started and how it gained momentum.
I think I'm so. Are you guys listening to Nhlanhla? You can hear Guti. He is Omodosi. And you like saying that about me, but I'm saying that about you today because of how presented you are, you know. And I'm literally like Nhlanhla. That's where you know what okay, you're saying valid points, you know. But
Yeah.
I'll be honest, you're very smart, and I was gag. And how everything turned out in terms of the character that you are, and looking at the work that you do. That's why sometimes a person will judge you by a post, and then when they meet you in person, this is just two different things. I didn't even know you were a pastor's kid. Imagine, scat. You know, and this goes to show that okay, there's a lot you might not know about a person.
Yeah.
Until munangatu uyakhuluma. Like, do you ever find yourself speaking Zulu?
I don't know how to speak Zulu.
Hi. Why?
Ke really speed go school.
Oh.
So
Okay.
kudu kudu kilo
Yeah,
tsaba.
kushisha all the time.
Yeah. Dilo diyan shishimisha. Dilo tse ke di tsitse.
All right.
But I'm a Zulu, yeah.
So where can we find you on social media? Where can we find your work? Where can we, of course, check out Authentic Black Child and everything that we need to know?
Yeah, you can check out all social media platforms. It's Authentic Black Child. That will lead you to everything.
Ne?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, you change it, but you change your name.
Yeah, I know that name. You'll stumble upon it sooner or later. You'll get it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for making time to come today, Nhlanhla.
It's a pleasure, gents.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what do you think of my crew?
Good people, man.
Yeah.
We still have to sit down and talk.
Yes.
Because now I don't like appearance and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
like here.
Yeah.
You understand? Even Nhlanhla Tsantsarhule.
Yeah.
You understand?
All right. Thank you so much for making time to come here. My name is, of course, Palisa Pacho, better known as Miss Mona Lisa herself. Do make sure to check out Authentic Child on all social platforms. Do make sure to check out the place, Dikete lifestyle. Honamamoni Road. I know I said that double. I hurt myself. It's a wrap.